Hey guys, trying to get a little something done today. I decided to go ahead and spray up in there again like I said I was going to do. And this time I went ahead and made sure I coated the crap out of that. And you can see they're nice and covered now. Before they were kind of had some, you know, they were a little more black. And I wanted to make sure they were really coated, so I sprayed the crap out of that. Another thing I was going to say, when you do stuff like this, just be aware that nozzle puts out serious, I mean it puts out a lot. It puts out a lot of pressure. So it starts running out of every hole and every orifice, so it'll start splattering all over everything. I run some tape up here to make sure it didn't run out through these seams. It still came out up in here, but you can clean it up with solvent-based wax and grease remover pretty quick. You can see there, just wet it down a little bit and wipe it off. It'll wipe right off. If you let it dry though, it's going to be a lot harder to do. But yeah, now you can see where it starts. It goes all the way across. Anyway, another thing I think bears repeating on this stuff, for the guys that haven't used this internal frame coating, I think I said this a long time ago in one of my first videos that I've ever made, but I use this stuff here. You can get this at Home Depot. It's made by Clean Strip, and they want you to buy their Prep All stuff, but that stuff's pretty expensive. Now this stuff I don't think costs very much at all. It's probably like $5 or $6 a can. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's that much more than that. Their Prep All stuff's quite a bit more expensive than that. So this is the same stuff. I mean, pretty much. And so what I do is I pop the top off this. You put your wand on there, and you can run whatever you want. I've seen guys say they use coat hangers to straighten that out if they want to go into, because this is comes all curled up. I use like a little dowel rod and put some zip ties on it. But anyway, put that on there. You spray it, comes out. And then pop this cap off, and then just take your wand, pop that right on top of that, and you can see how this will spray out here. I'm trying to do this with one hand, but you see how much that comes out of there. That's how that sprays out in that pretty big pattern. So that's what it's spraying inside of all your orifices and stuff. But that cleans that tube out, and you can reuse that tube. I've used, as a matter of fact, this is the only tube I've used, and I use this on that whole car. So yeah, I might save you a little bit of money. Go get the Prep All stuff, and hell, there may be other brands of it too, but I need to get some more because that's almost out. But I just run it until it's kind of runs back clear through the tube, and you're good to go again. Anyway, I thought I'd repeat that first because, like I said, I put that on one of the first couple of videos I have, and there's not very many people who watch those videos. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this all cleaned up and start masking this off today. So we'll talk to you in a little bit. See you. So seeing a couple guys on YouTube doing this right here, trying to make it doing a soft edge. And I thought, you know what, I'll try that. I don't have a lot of practice at it. I did this a couple of times, but from what I see, they're basically pulling their tape out and just flipping it over about quarter inch, eighth inch, something like that. And then just let it roll and ride down. Off your leg. And making a soft edge like that. And like I said, that kind of sucks, but I think it'll work for what I'm doing. Actually, I may make that over and make it a little smaller. The freaking edge is a little too fat. Probably needs to be more closer to an 1/8, I don't know. Try that. You guys are good at this, you just freaking rip that stuff right off like no problem. But I think I mentioned that I'm not, so. And I think this comes just right over the edge, just a tad. Give it a little bit of a soft edge. All right, there's what we got. Is that the right way to mask it? Probably not. Am I a professional? No. But it's bagged up. And see here, I got the floor all plasticed up. I can access through the back window that upper deal, and then I can get in here and spray these here. I just put some paper up here, and I put paper down here. And I know I could have plasticed all this, but again, I wanted, you know, my areas that were close to the paint not to have a bunch of fluttering crap. So I just went ahead and did it this way. I'm going to reseal all of this, all of that. Obviously the firewall. You can see I got all this bagged up to protect the frame all the way down. And then the dash. So yeah, that was a lot of work. There's lots of little holes in the firewall, and you know, stuff like that all needed to be taped. And so I think I'm good. If you guys see anything I missed, let me know. Like I said, I'm going to seal all of this, and then I'm just going to shoot what needs to be black. All this will be body color, but I'm going to go ahead and seal it again, or just go ahead and spray it again anyway. Just put another coat over it. Maybe it'll take care of any scratches that might have been, you know, who knows what you might miss. But anyway, this will be nice because I can just get up in here and not have to try to crawl up in this little space and try to, you know, if I had the plastic over this, it'd be a pain in the ass to try to paint that. So hopefully that works out. All the black's covered. I still have to scuff these up. I'm going to red Scotch-Brite these, figure out how to tuck that in, and that way when I'm spraying all this, I can go ahead and spray that too. You guys seen that I did the little flutter tape, or the soft edge or whatever. I did that on both sides. I got a little better at it as I got over here. I guess the more practice, the better you get at it. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for tonight. I was going to go ahead and try to seal it tonight and then let it sit for a couple of days and then come back and paint it. But it says you can seal it and then wait a couple of hours with that SPI. And then you can go ahead and shoot it. So that's probably what I'll do. That way I can clean it, seal it, shoot it all in one day, and get it. And that, not only that, is it's raining outside, and I'd have to pull that outside because I got to move all those parts over. Shit. Guess what I forgot? I got to mask the doors off too. That won't be a big deal. But yeah, I got to do the back sides of the inner panels there on those doors. I forgot about those. That just needs to be moved out of the way. So a lot of this stuff needs to be moved out of the way. It's just going to be moved over there by where the truck is. So this is the paper that I'm using, or the plastic that I'm using. I've had this for a long time. I obviously don't use a whole lot of it, but I am getting kind of low on it. So, but 3M Overspray Protective Sheeting. I don't know if that's what that John guy was talking about or not. That's what I use. And there you go. I always say paint this side up. You want to paint on that side up. A lot of the things that I tell you guys is all stuff I'm just regurgitating crap that I've heard on, YouTube or whatever, read on a forum or whatever by guys who do it. So that's how I learn. I spend hours researching, studying, trying to find the guys who have really nice work, and kind of trying to emulate them. And we'll see how it works out. I'm kind of self-taught other than what I had at the body shop. So, and that was all collision. So this is all new to me as far as, and I didn't do a whole lot of masking either. I mean, I was a panel beater. Like the gunman says, I was a panel beater. They let me paint every so often. I rarely got to mask. They had a guy who just did masking. He's really good at it. And so I didn't get to do a whole lot. Every chance I got, I was, in his back pocket trying to pick up stuff from him, how to back mask, how to do all that. And he'd laugh at me because I sucked at it so bad. But we had a pretty good relationship. We actually still talk to this day, and this has been a lot of years ago. So anyway, and before I seal this, I'm going to have to seam seal all of this stuff. So I'm going to tape that off on each side, seam seal all these seams. All this stuff I guess has to be seam sealed. This edge here has to be seam sealed. All of this has to be seam sealed. I'm going to seam seal this edge here, and then each one of these little holes where I'm going to guess Daryl welded that in. Because all that'll be covered up. So yeah, I'll just run some seam sealer along this here and then just over those holes. I'll seam seal this stuff here, this stuff here. I'm guessing that's pretty much. These I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold off because I'll probably re-scuff this stuff because it's going to be blue, and then I'll reseal it before I shoot it. And I say blue, it's iridium. It's kind of a bluish whatever. I don't even know how to explain what color that is. But anyway, yeah, all this has to be sealed, sealed up. These holes here, like this, I'm going to assume that needs to be seam sealed because that would allow water to get down in those. So I'm just going to smear seam sealer all over the whole top of that, basically, probably that far out. And I'll just use some thin line tape, and that way I can make a nice edge and try to make it as pretty as possible. I won't have to seam seal that because that's all fiberglassed in. And yeah, so pretty much my seam sealer will start there and go all off in there, but that'll be it. And a lot of that's covered with brake booster, windshield wiper, motor, and steering column and all that kind of stuff. You're not going to see a lot of that. This over here you'll see more of. So alright guys, before I make this video too long, nobody wants to watch it, I'll let you guys go, and hope you had a good weekend, hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I know I did. I'm probably 5 pounds heavier than I was a couple of days ago, but it's good stuff. Alright guys, see you.